Hello, Coaster fans. This is the Coaster Man 900, and today we have another park battle. Today it's Six Flags Over Georgia versus Knott's Berry Farm. These two parks are really good and pretty similar, not fully, but similar enough to battle them against each other. So first we have the B&M inverts, Silver Bullet and Batman to Ride. And the point will go to Silver Bullet because, let's face it, Batman to Ride has 7 clones, and Silver Bullet is pretty awesome. Hypercoasters, Goliath vs. Accelerator. I love launch coasters a lot more than B&M Hyper, so the point will go to Accelerator. Not only that, but Goliath is 12 miles per hour slower than Accelerator. Even though Accelerator is not a long ride, it's still, I prefer Accelerator over Goliath. Anton Schwarzkopf, I can't pronounce it, but yeah, looping roller coasters by that manufacturer. Mindbender and Montezuma's Revenge. Montezuma's Revenge wins for going forwards and backwards. It's common sense. Rough looping roller coasters, Ninja and Boomerang. The point will go to Boomerang because Ninja beats you up, while Boomerang is actually surprisingly smooth. Weird. Okay. Looping roller coasters. Great American Scream Machine and Ghost Rider. The point will go to Ghost Rider because it is pretty intense, while Great American Scream Machine does kind of have a lame layout. Eurofighter versus a family launched coaster. Now, normally I would give it to the Eurofighter, but Pony Express is pretty unique. As you can see, the seats make it feel like you're riding on a pony, so it's really unique, so it will get the point. A stand-up versus a regular family coaster. And the point, if the Georgia Scorcher was not a stand-up, it would win, but because it is, it will not win. Jaguar is a really good family coaster. It's a great ride, and it definitely is better than a Georgia Scorcher just because it is not a stand-up. Flying Coaster versus a Wild Mouse. This is Superman Ultimate Flight versus Coast Rider. This is common sense. You would definitely prefer a flying coaster than a Wild Mouse. This is an easy win for Superman. A Mine Train versus a spinning coaster. And the point will go to Sierra Sandwiner because not only is it one of the best spinning coasters in the world, but the Dalanija is kind of a lame mine train. So it is 1-8, Knott's Berry Farm. Six Flags Over Georgia really needs to catch up. And it will not. The score will stay the same. Both parks will get a point because it's kind of hard to compare kiddie coasters considering the fact we don't know anything about them. So that is 2-9, and Knott's Berry Farm is in the lead. Six Flags Over Georgia has one extra roller coaster. That is the Georgia Cyclone, and it is a pretty good woody. So we will give it a point for having a great wooden coaster. Drop Towers, Archophobia versus Supreme Screen. The point will go to Archophobia because it is one of the best drop towers in the world. While it is not that tall, as you can see on the seats, all that's holding you up, not very much is holding you up. Your feet are dangling, but it feels like you're standing up, and it's weird. It's a weird feeling. I can't explain it. I've never been on it, but I really want to. It looks crazy. Flat rides. Which side is better? This is Six Flags Over Texas, and then this is Knott's Berry Farm. So Knott's Berry Farm will win because, well, I much prefer a screaming swing over a sky screamer, and I'd much prefer a Huss top spin over a water ride. So it's 4-10. And this one with Six Flags Over Georgia will win because I would prefer a sky coaster and a water ride over a spinning thing and Pacific Scrambler. This would win if it didn't have Pacific Scrambler, and this was not as good, but never mind. Mix of rides. So pretty much I take all of their categories of rides, I add them all up, and then I average them. So Knott's Berry Farm got a score of 12, and Six Flags Over Georgia got 12.17. So it will win. Dining, which has more restaurants? Six Flags Over Georgia or Knott's Berry Farm? And the point will go to Knott's Berry Farm because it has a lot more restaurants than Six Flags Over Georgia. Not to mention the fact that Six Flags Over Georgia is bigger, so you have to go a longer way to get to a restaurant, while Knott's Berry Farm is jam-packed with restaurants. So there's really, if you're hungry and you're really far away from a restaurant, then you're going to be hungry for a little while. But Knott's Berry Farm, you can just look to the left and you'll see a restaurant, and your hunger would be cured. So Knott's Berry Farm will win, 6-11. Size, we just said this. Six Flags Over Georgia is bigger, so it should have more restaurants. Knott's Berry Farm is more, and it's 100 acres smaller than Six Flags Over Georgia, which is incredibly unfortunate. So the point will go to Six Flags Over Georgia for being a pretty big park. In second place, losing by only 4 points, is Six Flags Over Georgia. You fought hard, you got kind of close, you fell behind at the beginning a lot, but you didn't win. And the winner is Knott's Berry Farm, one of the best amusement parks out there. It is a great park, good for everybody, has great family rides, has good everything really. So that is all we have in this video, and I will see you guys next time.